License to Kill, another one of the James Bond movies, which is introducing some new exotic elements to change the scenery, to change what we see on the screen. Incidentally, change is one of the keywords, mantras of positive psychology. There is a beautiful, wonderful book, The Happiness Formula. Stefan Klein, a German scientist, researcher, specialist in the field, in the domain of happiness, aka positive psychology. And at the end of his book, he has a few of the key elements. And one of them is change. He suggests at various points that even if it is small things, such as choosing a different itinerary when you go to work and or back, that's significant. And we can think also the lasagna principle as named by Tal Ben-Shahar. This is a Harvard professor, the one who has the most popular courses ever. About one in five students at Harvard attended his course some years back. It's, by the way, available on internet, on YouTube, freely. I mean, they and others, Yale and others, put courses. Not all, evidently. Some people still have to pay for that, but quite a few courses are there available online, and so you should stop watching this and go for the real things like Tal Ben-Shahar, who says, lasagna principle, that lasagna made by his mother is his favorite food dish, but he would not be able to eat this all day, every day. You need change. You can also refer to the Coolidge principle. There is an anecdote there, and you can find it online. But I need to get back at least for a couple of minutes to at least pretend I'm talking about what was I talking about? License to Kill, and not just babbling on the first day of the new year, 2025, about whatever, and upset my large audience of loyal subscribers. So Happy New Year, by the way. The new element I was talking about is an iguana. I think they have an iguana with the diamonds around the neck, and she sits, poor thing, at times on the shoulder of the villain. We had an iguana, and it was so nice. That's a very easygoing animal, not shouting, not screaming, which those guys may do, by the way, at any moment. They do every day. They break some windows in my head, if not literally. And we took it on the top of the mountain. Yeah, not. I mean, my wife had it under her coat, and she was warm because that's an animal which needs. I mean, you don't take it even in summer. You don't really put it where it's never mind cold, but it's cool. So, okay, and that's a good animal to have, indeed. Vegetarian. So there's Benicio del Toro working. He's not the main villain. That's 1989, if I remember well. It's quite a few years back. Benicio del Toro was not yet a star. And he plays an awkward villain, I was thinking. And it was bizarre. Perhaps effective for many, but I found it inadequate. Let's stay with that. And we have a quarrel between James Bond and his leadership because things happen early on. He's a good friend of a CIA agent, Felix. We have this guy played by different actors in various James Bond movies, as it happens with James Bond, the main character. This is Timothy Dalton here, but we had Sean Connery, Roger Moore, an experiment tried only once. Then, of course, Daniel Craig these days. He decides to go on his own because he has to revenge his friend Felix on the day of his wedding, Felix's wedding. His wife is killed and he's given to a shark. Sharks seem to be preferred by the villain of James Bond movies and perhaps in other movies because they're psychopaths and some other reasons perhaps. That's the main one. And the agent Felix doesn't die, but he's bitten badly by the animal. And then a struggle ensues, a conflict, a battle of wits and muscles between opposing sides, and you know who wins. And the film is just, I would say, average in the category and forgettable for this in future ages. But who am I to tell? It's just a personal